is everyone? It's out. On. Is it? What do you mean you can't lend me your charger? You're still using it? No, 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 no! Yes! Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the Elias Thompson Show. I'm Elias Thompson, and hopefully what you're about to see will be more than mediocre. This week we're going to try something a little different. Later on, we'll be interviewing Seth Ramsey, an actor local to the Houston area, but first, let's hand it off to Elias as he gives us a quick rundown of what's been happening lately in the newsroom. Welcome to the newsroom. My name is Elias Thompson, and this is definitely not my apartment living room. The new web series Caper was finally released this past Wednesday on the Geek and Sundry online video network. The show depicts a group of 4 superheroes who are forced to steal money in order to pay the bills. The show marks Geek and Sundry's first ever simultaneous release on both YouTube and Hulu. I do, however, feel that things will quickly go the way that Twitter user Holland Farkas does, who says, but seriously, you guys should watch Caper because I am already shipping things so hard. YouTube URL, #WatchCaper. Meanwhile, it's finally been confirmed that you are now staring into the face of evil. Jesse Eisenberg was confirmed to play Lex Luthor in the upcoming Superman and Batman feature film, joining Jeremy Irons, who was cast as Alfred. I personally think that something's going to happen similar to what Twitter user UHR thinks, who says, I'm really hoping the new Superman/Batman movie does that classic Golden Age story, where Lex Luthor unfriends Clark Kent on Facebook. Achy Breaky Heart 2 was really... No, I'm not. No, I'm sorry. Well, as many of you know, Pokémon Bank was released in the United States a few days ago. Joining us now live from the scene is Elias Thompson Show newsroom correspondent Elias Thompson. Elias, how are people holding up over there? Well, Elias, people for the most part seem to be taking it pretty well over here. We got to talk to a few people who... That's fantastic. And what have people been saying about it? Well, as I was about to get into, we did talk to a few people, and they thought that the release was... Well, we hope that they continue to enjoy playing it. Thanks again, Elias. But I didn't even get a chance. It was Elias Thompson reporting. Well, that's all the time we have for today, but if you have a news tip you think I might care about, feel free to let me know or link me in the comments. Up next is the 60-second interview. Thanks, Elias. I'm joined tonight by actor Seth Ramsey. Seth, it's a pleasure to have you on our program tonight.
It's a pleasure to be on your program.
Now, as the segment name might suggest, this is a 60-second interview, which means you only have 1 minute to answer any questions I can throw at you. So, you ready?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to start the clock. It's starting right now. First of all, I just want to say I'm a big fan of your work. You've been in just such a plethora of really magnificent pieces of television and film, so
thank you.
I just wanted to say that. Okay, so my first question has to do with you were on Friday Night Lights, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Now, my question for you about that is, what was it like to work with the ever so lovely Aimee Teegarden?
Oh, Aimee. Well, I never actually worked with Aimee one-on-one, so I don't know what it's like.
Okay, well, then we can skip. No, we can skip that one too. No. What's your favorite color?
Blue. That's my favorite color.
Okay. No, that one's bad. Oh, okay. My second question for you, Seth. Oh, God. I'm so sorry. We're out of time. Thank you so much again for being on our program,
Yeah,
Seth.
no problem.
I'm sorry I just couldn't get more questions
No,
in, but I'm really just a huge fan of your work.
Okay. Thanks.
So that's all for us. Elias, back to you. Thanks, guys. I think. This week's viewer question comes from YouTube user Classy Don Diego, who asks, in a world of sequels, spin-offs, and all other sorts of ways to milk a good idea, what is your favorite standalone work? Well, Classy Don Diego, that's a lot of different media forms to cover, so I'll just focus on two. My favorite movie thus far would have to be one called August Rush. It's a story about a little boy who becomes separated from his parents, only to eventually reunite with them through the power of music. Now, while I believe the critics at the time of its release weren't too fond of the movie, I think that it's wonderfully crafted and has a fantastic story to tell. I'm also a fan of the internet comic Homestuck. Now granted, the fandom at times can initially scare some people off, and the comic itself can be a little language heavy at times, but I think the creator does a fantastic job of keeping together a very elaborate story, while at the same time always keeping readers guessing. Thanks for your question, Classy Don Diego, and if you have a question you'd like me to answer in the next episode of the Elias Thompson Show, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Well guys, that almost wraps up this episode of the Elias Thompson Show, but I really want to know what you guys thought about it, as well as some of the different things that were introduced, so leave me a comment below if you'd be so kind. This week's recommended channel is that of a buddy of mine by the name of Spaghetti Ouija. Now he's been putting out videos for years now, mostly consisting of Let's Plays. Recently, however, he's been putting out a weekly top 5 video, as well as regular installments in his new Learn the Lore series. I've known him for a long time now, and he has a very unique sense of humor. So go check out his channel, the link to which is in the corner below. Well, that's it for this episode, everyone. You can check out some of my other videos down below, as well as follow me on social media if you'd like. I'll see you next time, and remember to be more than mediocre.